All right, what's going on, people? This is the Corner Store Podcast, another installment of the series, What Do You Do? Subscribe, like, comment, and share the content. You follow us on YouTube, Stitcher, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and iTunes. So it is my pleasure to welcome to the platform from Memphis, Tennessee, Miss April Branch. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. Thank you.
Yeah, I haven't seen you in a minute. So how's life?
Life is, I mean, it throws you curveballs every day, but it's good. No
Mm-hmm.
complaints here.
You still got a pickup truck? It seems like Southerners love those pickup trucks, huh?
You know, I didn't think it was a Southern thing until you guys up north told me it was, but yeah, I
Mhm.
still have my pickup truck and I love it.
Yeah, black folks up here hardly have them unless they work in some type of construction. But like
Yeah.
in general, just to have a pickup truck, just for the sake of having one, you hardly see that. But when you go to the
Yeah.
South, it seems like everyone has one. I just thought it was
I
kind of
mean,
funny.
why not have a pickup truck? You never know what situation you find yourself in.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Especially if you own a home, so you always got to haul, big stuff. So I used to have a Ford Explorer, and 6 months ago, I got like an electric vehicle, which is a Chevy Bolt, and it's a
Hmm.
lot smaller. So I'm kind of missing the extra cargo space that I'm used to having. So like if I was to like make a big purchase, I can't really just take it home no more. I gotta have
Right.
it delivered at like a later date. But it's
Yeah.
something I gotta get used to.
Yeah. I'm thinking about a Tesla myself, so
Oh,
I'm
okay.
there. Yeah.
Okay. Now, do you have some type of like outlet for your garage for you to like charge it up or everything, or you're gonna have that installed?
I hadn't thought that far ahead. I just know that I want a Tesla.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, you can have Tesla install one of those chargers, I guess those wall outlet chargers. But if you won't get that, then just get a 240-volt outlet installed in the garage. So that's going to
Okay.
like allow it to kind of like charge at a faster rate versus it like a regular 120.
Right.
So, but yeah, just something to think about. So, but
Yeah, when that time comes, I just have somebody do it,
oh
just
yeah,
pay them.
of
Yeah.
course, of course. All right, let's get right into it. First things first. Tell the people who you are, what do you do, and how long you been doing it.
So I'm April Branch. I am currently an operations project manager with the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. And that is a new position that I found myself in last week. So before that, I was the deputy chief of plant section working at the Inslee Engineer Yard, which is our marine maintenance facility in Memphis.
Mhm.
And before that, I was in another office that's affiliated with the marine maintenance facility. And before that, I was in construction. So I went from sitting behind a desk telling a contractor what to do every day to having my own crew and not just telling them what to do, but also dealing with personnel issues and taking care of people stuff. So
Oh, okay. So not only your
yeah,
your regular position, you do like the administrative stuff in the background too, right?
I did before. So now I'm in a project management position.
Mhm.
And my understanding, I've never been in project management, but my understanding of project management is you just take care of the project from cradle to grave. And so no personnel stuff to deal with, just the project itself and the stakeholders, our customers and the employees, but not from the point of view of their supervisor.
Okay, as far as this new position being given to you, like was this a promotion? Was it like a lateral move?
It was a lateral move. So I took a temporary assignment to backfill a coworker that took another temporary assignment. And I permanently vacated my old position. So I kind of had to find somewhere to go. And thankfully, my coworkers liked me enough that they decided to keep me around and they created a position.
Mm-hmm.
So God can be good.
Oh, yeah, yeah. God is good, right?
Yeah.
And how long have you been working for the Army Corps of Engineers? Like since when?
Oh, wow. When did I meet you? In like 2000, 2001?
No, it was Memorial Day weekend, no, like around 2005. I was still in college at the time.
Okay. Oh, okay. Well, okay. So I've been working for the Corps since 2001. So
Oh,
this year marks 20 years for
oh,
me.
awesome, awesome. I mean, not many
Yeah. I
people,
started.
not many
No,
people around for like one
you're
job like
right.
that. So that's good.
Right. Yeah, and I mean I got the job when I was in college, but when I graduated, I was able to find a permanent position in Memphis. I mean, I had other options, but they were like in the middle of nowhere, Paducah, Kentucky, and stuff. No
Mhm.
offense to Paducah, but for a city girl, I didn't really care to be out in the middle of nowhere, so I chose to come back to a city, which was home.
Okay. Oh, okay. So when you were in college, you were pretty much working some type of like entry level position just to kind of get your foot in the door. Then once you graduated, then you was pretty much able to kind of like kind of like establish to kind of like get the position that you really wanted. Like, right?
Right. So
Uh,
we called that before it was a co-op,
mm-hmm.
or some people call it an internship, but for us it's just a co-op. You just hire a student for the summer or for a semester, and sometimes you're in the area that you are majoring in school, and sometimes you're just working, you know. But when I graduated, I entered the intern program, and that's when I was like right in my area of study, and I did a rotation throughout a lot of different offices just to get a feel for what they do and how it ties into the big picture. And at the end of that 2-year internship, I made a decision to go into one area and work in that.
Okay. And are y'all working directly with the Army, or y'all just like a totally separate entity, like away from the Department of Army?
No, we are the Army.
Oh, you are the Army. Okay, you just
So,
civilian
yeah,
portion.
we're the civilian side of the Army because you do have a Corps of Engineers for the active duty guys, but
Mhm.
it's a civilian, well, it's a military run civilian side of the Army
Now,
because
is
our chief is a colonel and the deputy is probably a major, a lieutenant colonel.
oh awesome. Okay. Now, is there some type of healthy competition with the Navy CBs between y'all?
No, I think we all pretty much have our own defined lanes.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. With the little research that I kind of looked up about the Army Corps, y'all have well, you in particular, you're in the Mississippi Valley District, which ranges from
Mm,
Canada all the way to the Gulf.
yes.
Yeah.
I had to think about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Mississippi Valley Division, we call it MVD. There are 5, I believe, districts within that one division: St. Paul, Rock Island, St. Louis, Memphis, Vicksburg, and then New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
Is that 5 or 6?
I think that was six. I think that
Okay.
was six.
Yeah. So we all have the same let's see, how can I explain it? For those districts within that division, our main goal focuses around the Mississippi River.
Okay.
So if you look at the map and then you go to the Corps of Engineers main website, the district boundaries, they've got it color coded.
Mhm.
Everything, all those districts are the watershed of the Mississippi River.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
What you're referring to, I actually saw that same color coded map on Wikipedia. So
Okay.
I know
Okay.
officially
Yeah, it's a good
the
map.
website. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's
Hmm.
very detailed. So, and as far as y'all three missions, it says that y'all do engineer regiment, military construction, and civil work. So I would assume that you're pretty much in the in like the infrastructure engineer regiment.
Ours is civil works.
Oh, you were civil works. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I was
So
totally.
districts like let's see, the only one I could think of right now would be Louisville District. They do civil works and military construction.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, did you do any work with the levees after Katrina? I remember
Uh
you doing something with
yeah.
that before, right?
I, yeah, we all did. When Katrina happened, that was all hands on deck. But after the initial disaster, the cleanup part was over, we were heavily involved in rebuilding portions of the levee that were breached and raising parts of the levee that was too low.
Okay.
Hmm.
Wow. Okay. And like some other like big mainstream catastrophes rather. I believe that was like Joplin, Missouri. Like, were you involved in Joplin?
I wasn't, but I think what you're talking about is our emergency operations side.
Mm,
So that's we get tasked by FEMA to respond to disasters like tornadoes, and people usually know us from hurricanes like Katrina and the
oh,
most recent ones, and even Superstorm Sandy. I spent a couple of months in New Jersey, New York, dealing with that in 2012.
Oh wow. Okay.
Hmm.
Interesting. So basically, y'all kind of intertwined with FEMA, Red Cross, just to kind of like try to achieve like the same goal and to kind of like taking care of specific areas that's going to be heavily affected.
Yeah, so we get tasked by, okay, once an area is declared a national disaster by the president, then FEMA comes in and decides what's needed, and then they'll task the Corps of Engineers with certain things. Like for Memphis district, uh, our thing is power, emergency power.
Hmm.
So we distribute the emergency generators to critical facilities.
So what is y'all workforce like? I mean, are y'all really short of engineers or are people well, trying to word this right. Like to me, as far as like the US military, right? For some reason, men today are starting to be disqualified because men are just not men anymore. So, but I can like elaborate on that at like a later topic, whatever. But as far as engineers, so like, are y'all workforce pretty good? Because as a controller, we are so short right now. We working 6 days a week, and we're constantly working overtime, and morale's kind of low. But as far as the engineer part, how's y'all workforce looking like?
I don't think we're short. If anything, we're short because we've had a lot of attrition. A lot of people retire that we've got to backfill, and we're trying to catch up with that. And then we're getting more work, and we're having to staff up for that. So I don't think our reasons for being short is the same.
Okay. So, with you working in a public sector, right? So,
Hmm.
what's the benefits of working in the public sector versus going to the private sector, or as an engineer?
For me, I
Yeah.
can't speak for other people's reasons, but for me, security was number one. Just making sure I had a steady paycheck.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then once I started working with the Corps, I really became invested in the mission and what it stood for. And so it became more than just that security. The security was good, but just believing in what we did and just having a desire to be out there helping and rebuilding things, I that to me paid off more than just having the security of a paycheck. But the security of a paycheck was good because I have a lot of friends that have graduated from engineering and they've changed jobs. I can't even count how many times. I mean, I don't even ask where they work anymore because it could be somewhere different. That's how often they've changed jobs. And I've been at the same place, but I've changed offices, but I've been in the same place the whole time.
Okay. Is it unionized or no?
Parts of it is.
Okay.
For engineers, no, we're not.
No.
But
Okay.
our where I am right now, our wage grade employees, they have a union. They have multiple unions.
Okay. And would you fall under the GS scale?
GS,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
Hmm.
So if one was to want to work for the Army Corps of Engineers, so many words to say, it's like a tongue twister. But what's the prerequisite to like join the Army Corps?
Be a civilian, a U.S. Citizen.
Yeah, like
So for engineering,
yeah.
just a bachelor's degree.
Oh, okay. Just a
Uh,
bachelor. Okay.
yeah, you will come in at minimum about a GS. Well, no, no, let me not say that. You can come in anywhere starting from a GS 5, um, depending on what you did academically. If you did well academically, you could come in as a 7. If you have a master's degree, you could come in as an 11.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to say the target grade for most people working with the Corps is GS 12. Anything above that, you're getting into supervisory or subject matter expert type positions.
It's the highest 15 or is it 13?
Let's say 12, 13, 14. I think it's 15.
15.
And
Okay.
then beyond that, we have a layer called a SES. Forget what SES stands for, but
Yeah.
those are the people that work out of DC.
Okay. Okay. Interesting. So as far as a degree, does it have to be an engineer or could it be in anything?
Nah, I mean, engineering is the bulk of what we do, but we have a lot of support staff. So accounting, contracting, regulatory. We need biologists. We need archaeologists. It's a lot. It's not just engineering. And when I go to job fairs, I try to make sure I have something that explains all the different type of positions that we have to offer. Because the name itself, people are gonna think, oh, engineers only, but we have a lot of people that help us do what we do.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Now, as far as on the engineering side, is there like a shortage of like women wanted to go to college to be like an engineer and then transition over to like the post collegiate workforce?
Um, yes, I think there's still a shortage of women, and
Mhm.
I don't want to say there always will be, but society just doesn't really. Um, I don't want to say it doesn't promote because we do promote, but it doesn't really make engineering for everyone. It targets men mostly. So girls that go into engineering typically are those, to me, are those that think outside the box, are not afraid of being different. Um, because I know too many women that were told, "Oh, girls don't do that," and then they say, "Okay, watch me," and
Mm.
I'm one of them. It's like, all right, bet, I'm gonna watch, and you're gonna see I can do this too and do it well.
Oh, okay. Well, my 5-year-old, she constantly tells my wife that she wants to be a construction worker. I was like,
Okay.
I don't want to
Well,
be a construction
she's
worker.
5. She's 5.
I know. I mean, she actually got that based off of some type of like classroom birthday party thing.
Mhm.
So ever since then, she's been telling my wife, "Oh yeah, like once I get bigger, I want to be a construction worker. I want to build stuff." I'm like, "Well, that's cool, but I want you to get into something else, like a lawyer or a doctor. I don't want you to be no construction worker because to me, when I go
Yeah.
to construction sites, the only women I see is when they holding up signs that says slow and stop.
Right, but you don't see me come out there with the hard hat, basically making sure the work is getting done right.
Right. As far as like it's like a foreman or for a woman, right?
Oh, well, I have foremen, but the engineers, well, in the positions that I was thinking of, our foremen are out there on the site all the time, and I just make occasional visits to just check on things.
Okay. Okay. Well,
Yeah, and I
I'm not trying to be a bad father. I'm just saying, like,
nah.
I think that my daughter can like do other things than be a construction worker because
Well, first of all, she's just 5.
yeah, I know.
Okay, Dad.
It's not about
Second of
policies,
all,
really.
I know. Well, I started out the same way. I mean, little did my grandfather know when I was following him around the yard, call myself helping him do things, that I was going to grow up to be an engineer. I didn't know the name of it. I just knew at that young age, I like how things work, knowing how things work and learning how things work. So I would say give it time. She's going to figure out a name for and then she may change her mind.
Oh
But
yeah,
for me, I didn't change my
gonna
mind.
change
I
it
just
20,
figured
20,
out,
25 times. So yeah,
yeah,
this is just a little phase right now. So I'm not
right.
really worried about it. So
But we do need the lawyers and, all those other folks. But a girl engineer,
yeah.
she's a special woman.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Y'all very analytical, logical. Y'all
Yeah.
process everything methodically. So yeah, takes a special person to be an engineer. I mean, it's just a lot of classroom and discipline, and because you
Hmm.
went to TSU, right?
Yeah. Tennessee State.
Oh, okay. HBCU. Okay.
Yes, it is.
Don't with
Yep.
your bad self.
Now, that's not where I started out.
Oh, where?
So I started out, I had a full scholarship to both schools, Milwaukee School of Engineering.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Okay.
So I went 500 something miles away from home my freshman year.
And you ain't like it?
And yeah, it was a lot of different reasons. But when I decided to come back home, TSU was really the best place for me. And I didn't understand that at the time because I was too young to really understand a lot of stuff about life. But TSU had the environment that was nurturing and encouraging for me. And so that was what I needed at that time.
Now, is TSU closer to Memphis or Nashville?
It's in Nashville.
Oh, it's in Nashville?
Hmm.
Oh, interesting. Okay. All right. Now, trying to see what other questions I have. Now, what are the best aspects of working for the Army Corps? And then once you
The
answer that, name the
mhm.
worst aspects.
Oh, is this being recorded?
I mean, I
So
can edit out whatever you want me to edit out. So, and
I'll be
this
fine.
isn't live. This is pre-recorded. So
Okay. So the best aspects to me, aside from the job security, which we just had Congress just passed the CRA for another few months of work. So when I say job security, it's like, when things like that happen, you're like, how secure is it really?
they
But
kick in every 6 months. So it's
I know,
frustrating. Yeah.
yeah, I don't even pay attention much anymore. But I think the best aspect is the fact that there are offices, and a lot of people don't realize this until they really start digging into it. There's offices all around the world. We've got locations. I mean, if I wanted to go work in Germany, uh, Korea, Japan, I mean, those are just some that just came off the top of my head, but we've got offices everywhere. So the opportunities are pretty much endless. You can go wherever you want to go if you're willing to travel. And the worst, I think, is it's a government thing. Sometimes people can get too complacent.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I don't know if this is so much in the private sector because you get too complacent, then they'll show you the door real quick, I think. But on the government side, I've seen a lot of people get really complacent and it just hold things up. But that was in the beginning. I do see things kind of changing, um, but it's still there a little bit.
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
Good. Now, when there's like a disaster going on, now is travel mandatory or is that optional for like certain people?
Oh, that's all optional.
Oh,
That's all
everything's
optional.
optional. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, unless you work in emergency management and that office is not optional. But when you sign up to deploy for, like, let's say Katrina, since everyone knows Katrina, that was on your own free will.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So what if they didn't get the necessary bodies to like go out there and
they
have
will.
support?
They will.
But hypothetically, if they didn't, now
Um,
would you be voluntold to go?
no. So what we'll do is send out a mass email to other districts to get people to come from other areas. So initially, we're going to pull from our own population within Memphis district because we're responding to that area, and that's our response. And it's already predetermined what areas, what districts respond to. So once we've exhausted that, we'll reach out to other districts and the overtime and emergency operations is a way of life. Like working on the river, it's a way of life. You're not going to run into people that, you're not going to run out of people that want to do that. Like me right now, I can't wait to go back out there. I miss Puerto Rico, and oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
It was a disaster when it happened, but just the opportunity to go to Puerto Rico for a month or two and help out with that, I just, yeah, I regret that.
Now, do y'all have like a certain like office like setting up all y'all travels and lodging arrangements, or do y'all got to do that on your own using like a government credit card?
Well, we do have government credit cards to pay for lodging, but they will set up an area of what they call it, joint field office or regional field office. So they'll set that. FEMA. When I say they, I mean FEMA will set those up, and we will uh, report to those areas every day and live out of a hotel. And if it gets too hectic, um, they'll build camps or build. They'll make sure we have somewhere to go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
But usually it's in a hotel.
Okay. So like on a normal day, as far as at your main office, so let's kind of describe. Okay, like once you wake up, you're like going to the office. So like is your days pretty long, or is it
Eight
is it
hours.
is it like Groundhog Day, or like is every day kind of different?
Every day is different on the operation side. I don't really remember working on engineering and construction side. Um, I've been in operations about 6 years now, and every day is different. I mean, something's gonna come up. Something's gonna happen to challenge you and make you just, oh. So when I first got into operations, I discovered that, yeah, I can make a to-do list for the day and gotta be like, okay, yeah, right. So that being said, it's something different every day, and it's just it's a struggle to sometimes get your to-do list done by the end of the day because of all the different things that pop up.
Okay. And what is your long-term career plans? And plus, like, do y'all have like a mandatory retirement age, or you could just kind of like just kind of leave at your own free will?
Early retirement for us is 57
Oh, okay.
under the first system,
Are you on the first
and
tour?
I,
Okay.
yeah, and so my long-term plan is 57 and not a day longer. Yeah.
Oh, cool, cool. Well, our mandatory retirement age is 56, but the
Okay.
earliest you can go is like if you made 20 years prior to you turning 50, you can leave. But I forgot like the little certain rules that you can do this. But as far as in my case, right, I got hired in when I was like 27. So
Hmm.
the earliest I can go is at age 50. So I got like another 8 years to go
Okay.
at the earliest. But they definitely kick you out at 56 if you just go the long haul. So yeah,
Oh, you get kicked out.
yeah, they kick you out. Yeah.
We got people that have retired at 40, 45 years of service.
Oh, okay. Yeah, every once in a while you'll get like a few people in doing air traffic. They probably put in 30 years, but yeah, I mean, unless you got hired in when you was in your early 20s, I mean, making 30 years is nothing. But
Hmm.
like nowadays, people getting hired in at least 25 through 30. So
Yeah. And that's a high stress job, right?
yeah, it's very yeah.
Yeah.
Well, actually, it's pretty cool, but like during the summer months because of the thunderstorms, that can be very stressful because I mean storms are obviously very unpredictable. And
Hmm.
plus, we're so short with the whole workforce. We're working unconventional shift hours and working 6 days a week, a lot of overtime mandatory, and we got to train people and we're short on supervisors, so we have to take over supervisory duty. So it just like a array of things that we gotta like deal with on a daily basis. But I'm trying to hold it together as much as possible. So
Okay.
hmm
Well, it looked like it hasn't broken you yet.
maybe I got a good game face.
Okay.
I mean, not
Good answer.
only I got to hold it together professionally. Once I get home, I still got a 2 year old and a 5 year old and a
Yeah.
whole wife. So I'm
Yeah.
I'm the only male in the household. So I got to deal with three separate, you know, XY personalities.
You don't even have a dog?
No, I won't have no dog. I'm glad we don't have a
What?
dog.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's one more thing to take care of. But at least you could pick a male dog and, you won't be outnumbered.
I'm good. I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good. Because a dog is pretty much like another child. So
Yeah,
now,
that's
if
true.
it
Yeah.
was a cat, it'd be like a different story. We actually had gotten a cat last year, but my wife was allergic to it.
Oh,
So
okay.
we had that cat for about 48 hours before we had to get rid of it.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
And
Okay.
she had
Well,
no
I'm a cat
idea.
person.
She had no idea she was allergic to it.
Right.
So yeah, so we had to get rid of it. But yeah, I think you covered like a lot of stuff. Like post retirement, will you stay in Memphis or you got any plans of going somewhere else?
You know, I'm not opposed to it. I think I'll probably end up traveling a lot.
Oh
I've
yeah.
got at least start out traveling. I've got a lot of people that um, I really want to just spend extra time with. And since COVID happened, life takes on a different meaning. So friendships, family, I want to just spend time with people and not so much material things. And I've got a camper now, a travel trailer. I don't know if you've seen my post
That's
on.
that sounds like some southern stuff. You got a camper.
Yeah, yeah, but even for the Southerners, Black people don't camp. So I've gotten some side eyes from friends of mine, especially my sorority sisters. They're like, yeah, you doing that by yourself." But I want to take the camper and just go places. That's the reason why I got it. I just want to go and see and spend a lot of time, and I'll probably keep the house. Um, but I will probably spend a lot of time traveling if I don't find another job that I like doing. And I've actually thought about maybe continuing to work,
Mhm.
maybe. But
Okay.
I'll cross that bridge when I get there.
How about you start a YouTube channel? I'm sure you can do that.
I thought about that before before retiring,
Hmm.
maybe a YouTube channel about camping.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah,
Well, I
because
would love
my
to
real hobby, I can't make money off of that, and not enough money, so I have to find something else.
as far as camping is your hobby.
Well, my real hobby is genealogy, and that doesn't make you a lot of money, so I gotta do something else.
You know what? I was actually looking up some stuff like about my family, and now on my mother's side, I mean, my grandfather had kids all over, so it was just kind of hard to kind of keep up with names and birthdays and other relatives. So I mean, I was just so frustrated, I just quit. But on my father's side, it seemed like things are more structured and easy to like find out. So
Hmm.
like I kind of took a break from it, but I'm gonna probably get back into it. Probably sometime after the holiday season. But like right now, things
Okay.
are so busy.
Yeah, and it takes up a lot of time and a lot of mental capacity. So,
Hmm.
like I said, it's something I would like to do, but if I want to continue making money after I retire, then I have to find something else to do and just do that in the spare time.
Okay. And you know what? Believe it or not, my dream was to have a camper post retirement and go to every football stadium for when like the Bears travel. So I would love to do that. I mean, by that time, like my girls, they'll be, older
Hmm.
and they could be self sufficient. So that way I can kind of leave town for a few weeks and kind of like do the whole tailgate, travel cross country. So I would love to do that if I can. Well, yeah, that's
Yeah.
always been a dream of mine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So sounds like you're interested in camping too, but
Camping.
you're doing urban
Yeah,
camping at
it'll
the
be it'll be urban camping. Yeah.
yeah, not the out in the woods and no
Yeah,
cell phone signal.
yeah, tailgating is urban camping.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm trying to see what else. But yeah, once I retire, I mean, I would love to go at 50. I have to see how the finances are going because if I leave at 50, the girls, well, the oldest one will be in high school and the other one will be like in junior high, and I'll be home and kind of like go to all their events and stuff like that. So
Hmm.
at least from that aspect, that'll be beneficial to retire at 50. But if I go the long haul, which I more likely would, because college will be coming up, and girls get very expensive as they get older. So I mean,
Yep.
my kindergartner, we went through about 6 pairs of shoes so far because like during recess, she tears up her shoes.
Oh.
Yes, yeah, she tears up her shoes.
Oh.
So I'm not sure what she's doing during recess, but like every time
Right.
she gets home, we see holes and rips. We're like, man, we literally just bought the shoes like a few days
Yeah.
prior, and she already tore up the shoes. So yeah,
I can't give you any tips on that. I have no idea.
yeah, yeah. Well, kids are expensive, so that's the moral of the story. So yeah.
Yeah.
But, but yeah, as far as Memphis, as far as what's in the news lately, I'm not sure if you've seen the verses. Bone went against 3 6 Mafia. I didn't get a chance to see it, but I heard that Busy Bone was like going ham for some reason. So
Yeah, I saw that clip and that was all I know about it. That's all I know about it, but I just shook my head and at first I was gonna try to watch it later, but I'm good.
you good? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I heard 360 did really well though.
Is there a consensus of who actually won?
I've been hearing 3-6, but
Okay.
I'm in Memphis, so we might be a little
Of course, you
partial.
would say three
Yeah.
six. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, nice, nice. And also what happened recently in Memphis like a couple weeks ago with the
Young Dolph.
Young Dolph. Yeah, that
Yeah.
was so unfortunate. And as far as like the rise in crime and carjackings and muggings, I mean, it's so unfortunate. I mean, these are mostly
Yeah.
economic crimes, especially during the pandemic. People
Hmm.
have no jobs, and kids are kind of like running amok because there's no direction, there's no structure in the household. So, but
Right.
so that's why us good people gotta stay vigilant and gotta protect ourselves and keep our head on the swivel.
Yeah. I believe his was more targeted though. I don't
Oh
think it
yeah,
was random.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and same with the Beverly Hills murder, Mr. Clarence Savant's wife.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
that was crazy. I mean, we are talking one of the most safest zip codes in the U.S. in Beverly Hills, and
Right.
for that to happen, especially to like that couple. I mean, that was so
Mhm.
unfortunate. So, but yeah, I mean, I'm actually glad that I kind of got into weapons lately because people like assume that I was always into guns because I was in the Marine Corps, but I was never really against guns. But like now, I'm starting to have like more appreciation for them. So
Mhm.
yeah, so I'm gonna start going to the range and just being more proficient and start training in them. So, but yeah, I can't be playing around with these Negroes out here.
You can't. Now my dad, he takes me and my sister to the range, and at first I thought that was a little strange, but he said he wants his girls to know how to shoot. So I
Oh,
get
nice.
it,
Hmm.
but I personally still don't feel like I need to really have a gun on me at all times.
Oh, okay. And are y'all open carry in Tennessee?
I think so. Yeah. Yeah, because I've seen a lot of people with guns just on the sides, and you
Mm,
know, it's normal now. I mean, before, people have guns, but you didn't really see them. So now I'm starting to see more. No, well, I'm noticing more, and yeah, I still don't care to have one like that. You know,
mhm.
just to go to the grocery store.
Yeah, yeah. No,
Yeah.
yeah, I totally get it. I mean, to each his own. So, I'm not going to carry a gun with me at all times. But
Some people will and do.
yeah, I mean, I'm thinking every time I go into the city, I may try to end up having it with me just in case,
Hmm.
because you just never know. Because Chicago is kind
That's
of
true.
insane.
Well, I mean, even down here, that last there was a well, not mass murder. One lady died, and it was Collierville. Collierville is a suburb of Memphis
Mm-hmm.
at the Kroger.
Mm.
Yeah. That was in the last couple of months, I believe.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
And
And then people were saying, "Oh, I can't believe something like that happened out here." It can happen anywhere. Crazy people are everywhere.
yeah, there was also like another shooting in Chattanooga. It was like at some military recruiting office. This happened maybe 4 or 5 years
Oh
ago.
yeah, that was some years ago. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yep. So,
Yeah.
well, yeah, I saw that you posted this morning. I think you was at some type of like marathon water
Oh my
station.
gosh.
Now, did you run the
Yes.
marathon or were you working at?
Mhm. I was volunteering.
Are you was volunteering?
Yeah. And I've done this for so many years, minus the last 2 years, but I didn't realize how much it takes out of you. I came home. Well, first of all, I had to get up at 4 in the morning,
Mm,
and I'm not an early person. So the fact that I got up meant I really love this cause. And I was there till about 11ish. And as soon as I got home, I crashed.
mm.
My phone was ringing, people calling me just to see how I did. They thought I was in a race too. And I was like, no, I was just handing out water. But yeah, I crashed. It was so exhausting. But it
Oh,
was fun. Let me put that at the end. It was so much fun. And the people in the race, they are encouraged, and you do it for the kids. So you realize your reason for being there, and the runners need water. So we're just doing what we have to do.
awesome, awesome. Yeah,
Yeah.
hopefully, I will get a chance to run a marathon. I may just try to do it as like a goal once I turn 50. I mean, between now and then,
You
I just
gonna
don't.
start at 50?
I'm only going to run one. Well, I mean, I'm a trained for it, but for when I turn 50, just going to be like a goal. Let's say, I can run a marathon
Okay.
at age 50. If I could do that, then I would. Yeah, it's just a self pride
Are you
thing.
running now?
I do like little running. I have a Peloton and I do some other workouts in my little gym that's in my
Hmm.
basement. Yeah, I had my Planet Fitness a membership still. I still haven't been in there since the pandemic started, but I still do stuff at home. So, the Peloton still keeps me in shape. So it keeps my
Okay.
lungs
Yeah.
going.
Well,
So
26.1 miles, that's no joke.
oh yeah, I know, I know how long it is. I think the
I'm
longest
happy
I
if I
ran
do a
was probably
10K.
I think the longest I ran was probably 12 miles, and I was wiped after that. But we didn't know that we was gonna run 12 miles at the time. So there
Oh,
was
in the military?
hmm yep,
Yeah,
yep.
yeah, no, I'm good.
Yeah, but yeah, I would train for it though. I'm not gonna be like, hey, next
Okay,
week I'm gonna run a marathon. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna train for it. So I'm
yeah.
not playing around with that. So
So the thing about the marathon here is I think you qualify for another marathon if you do well here.
oh
I'm
okay.
not sure how that exactly works, but I think that's some people have told me that people run this marathon to qualify for another one. Maybe to Boston
Oh,
or something.
so you just can't just sign up for a marathon and run it? Like you have to qualify?
No, well, see, now that's not my area of expertise. I'm just telling you what someone else told
Oh.
me. But a lot of people run this one, and even today, it wasn't just the marathon. You had the half marathon, the 10K, and the 5K. So all that was going on at one time, and it was crazy.
Mm.
Um, but I think to qualify for like your Boston Marathon and maybe even the Chicago Marathon, I don't know, but I think you have to start by doing other runs first.
Okay.
I have to look that up.
Yeah, I gotta look it up too. Because yeah, like once I turn 50, then I'm thinking like, oh, I'm gonna go ahead and run this marathon, but I have no experience in running
I
them.
mean, there's plenty of marathons out there to run, is you might not be able to run a certain one because you haven't made it to that level yet.
Yeah, maybe, Well, I guess I got something to research about, so
Yeah.
I guess we'll see. But
And I'll be out there handing you water.
oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right, thank you so much, April. It was a pleasure you taking some time out. So, but yeah, anything else that you want to say before we head on out?
Actually, I thought it was going to go longer than this.
Oh, I think we went for like 45 minutes. So, but
That's
yeah,
good.
yeah, I
Because,
mean,
I don't like talking.
yeah.
I really don't.
So other people
So,
love talking.
no, I've really become less of a talker as I've gotten older.
Oh yeah. Oh
I
yeah.
guess I say what I got to say and I sit down.
Oh yeah. I have one more question. So, like, as an
Hmm.
engineer, like, are most of your friends engineers, or your non-engineer friends? Is it harder to like have a conversation with them versus engineer people?
Uh, no, not a lot of my friends are engineers, but I will say a lot of my friends are, I don't know if I can say this the right way. They're in professions that make them think.
Okay. Okay. So like,
So we can have some conversations that I don't have to I don't have to think about how I'm saying it. They'll understand me.
okay.
Whereas I've got some friends, I don't even bother with those kind of topics or conversations. So, you just got to compartmentalize what you can do what with and who you can do what with. And so, but I do enjoy the conversations with my uh, friends that are in the professions that can relate to me.
Oh, interesting. Okay. All
Yeah.
right. All right, cool. Well, we'll leave it at that. So, yeah, I appreciate you. Thanks for taking the time out. I hope you have a happy holiday and hope your Thanksgiving went well. And yeah.
It did. Thank you. Same to
Yeah.
you.
Oh, yeah. Thank you so much. So, we're done with Christmas shopping. So, like now, I can kind of like exhale from that. But it's gonna be other stuff
Okay.
pop up between now and Christmas. So, I just gotta stay sane as much as possible.
Right. So is the 5-year-old the one that's tearing up the shoes?
Yes.
You might want to. No, you did say 5 year. I mean, the one that wants to be a construction worker.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you might want to go and get her some steel toe boots. She
Still
can't
go.
tear those up.
If they haven't her
They don't
size.
even. No, they don't make them that. I don't think they shouldn't make them that small.
Yeah.
But nah, that's just that's a construction joke.
You know what? I will go on Amazon tonight just to see if they even have her size. And if I buy them, I will send you the actual steel shot picture of it, dedicated to you. All right, April, thank you so much. And this is the Corner Store Podcast with another installment of the What Do You Do series. And we'll see y'all sometime soon.
Okay.
Thank you, April. Appreciate it. I'll talk to you
Thank
soon.
you.
All
All
right.
right. Bye bye.
Bye bye.